Good morning, traders, and this is your Dow Jones daily review. So finally, we're back online. Unfortunately, our local telecom providers are not the brightest cookies in the jar, and it takes them 3 weeks to fix a simple cable fault. But anyway, we're back online, and we're back trading. So a couple of things. The last 2 weeks or 3 weeks essentially, we've had indecision. We had confirmation of that turning point, which is level M up there. The turning point was pretty much up there on 26 to 60, and then we've had this piercing pattern last week. This grouping of our oscillators, plus there's a fractal, this is now a fractal, and we have deviations here. So actually we don't, I suppose. We've got deviations from the back one. So from this peak here to there, we do have some deviations. So there is potential for something to happen. The only thing is that the alligator is pointing straight up. We are a little bit tired on the weekly, but a couple of ways of seeing this. On the weekly, we could be forming this little consolidation pattern here. Let's just leave that there. So I can put that in. So we could be forming this consolidation pattern that we are currently breaking out of with this piercing pattern. So this is a perfect piercing pattern setup. You can see we've got the red bar, then we've got a green bar that starts below it and closes on its high close to the midpoint, or the 50% of this weekly bar. Okay, so we do have a fairly strong bullish signal here. So just bear that in mind on the weekly. Okay. Next thing is, I'm just going to use this level here. This area that we're at the moment is obviously the previous breakout of this week. You can see that there. And the next one is going to be that level up there. Okay, I'll give you those levels now in the lower time frames. Let's just get rid of these. Okay, so let's just get to the daily. And there's a couple of things on the daily which I'm not entirely convinced. Okay, so the first thing, and I'm just going to use this level here. First thing is we had this triangle here. So you can see the triangle, flat top triangle, coming off the bottom of the alligator, oscillators grouped to the downside, and we then have broken through this triangle. Okay, now have we broken through the triangle, or have we just come back to test this breakout? That is the last breakout there, and we are now testing that breakout. So if it's a triangle, we have pretty much, let's just do it this way. We've got 500 points, which basically tests the previous high. Okay. So if it's a flat top triangle and this break has happened, so I'll just move this back down. You can see there's a break. Now let's go to the 4 hour here. Probably easier to spot. Okay, there it is. So here's your triangle. Very messy, lots of barbed wire. You can see this bar here was a pretty decent retest of that breakout. So what you're expecting is a move back to the top here, if this is a triangle. Okay. If I do this, so I can do it like that, or I can do it like that, and I start there. I can do that if I want to, doesn't really matter, but I also have a wedge forming. Okay, and the wedge is coming up to retest this breakout. And this breakout, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches, 6 touches with a rejection bar off it. That's rejection bar there. And we're having another retest of it at the moment. So 50-50 at the moment, you know. So we could be, there are people playing this triangle. The concerning part for me is all these tails. the 4 hour. So there's lots of barbed wire, lots of indecision as to what's going on. So in other words, what's happening is traders are testing this level, and do we go short, do we go long, go short, do we go long, and it's pretty much a guessing game at the moment. So if we come down to the hour and see if we can see anything here, and you can see how the volatility on Friday, and again the 200 EMA holding up price, good entry for long, and back to test levels and then out again. So we've had this slow and methodical nothing happening on the Thursday, and then we had data come out on the Thursday as well, which did nothing. And then we had this Friday, big down, big up, big confusion. And now what we've had is we've started down, we've come back onto the alligator, and we've bounced back to this level. Now, I'm kind of in two minds. So, in other words, I'll be sitting and waiting or trading off a very low time frame today. So the first thing that I'm concerned about is pretty much this volatility, okay, and this level. So this level of 25,890 to, let's just get off the high of Friday, 25,950. So this 25,8, let's just call it 25,900 to 25,950 area. That is the area where we need to pay a bit of attention to what's actually going on. Okay, now I just want to drop down to our ichimoku quickly. Okay, on the hour, we are in an uptrend. It's a messy uptrend, but we are, for all intents and purposes, still in an uptrend. Everything's going to be in an uptrend. We have broken through on the 4 hour. We did come back with 1 bar to test this area, and that's the bottom of the cloud. Now on the 4 hour, I look at my oscillators. My oscillators are saying tired, and we haven't really had a decent test. It's been a 1 bar test. And if I look at the daily, daily is not a pretty picture. So you look at the oscillator, indicating that we have a downside coming. We've had a crossover, okay, and that's the only negative signal. The cloud is fairly large, so I would almost expect that this wedge is valid and that we are looking at this kind of move to come and test the cloud. Okay, now if I look to the left and just start picking up my levels, okay, that's not the level there, but that is the most logical one. So that's definitely a level I want to pay attention to. And then we want that level, and there's nothing really else. So this is kind of the area that I'm expecting. I would expect us to move. I'd expect the second move to happen, this consolidation, and then a breakdown to come and test these levels here. And 24,900. So I would expect 2500 at least to be tested. If 2500 goes, then 24,900 is the retest of the breakout. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. Let's just get back to Billy, back to Bill Williams, and just trade it like that. Okay, so there is another little setup here, and that's this breakout here. Okay, so you can also look for that breakout to happen, and that takes us to 26,089, which shows these previous areas of resistance up here. So I see this on the daily just to see. Okay, so it brings us back to test the highs, and it is a fairly strong level. You can see there it was used as support. Here it was used as support. And what I want to do is just put this level in as well, where price is now. So you can see there's a previous swing high, swing low, used as support here, or resistance here. Resistance, hasn't held for a bit, fell off. Now we're coming back to test this area. Okay, so you can see how important this zone is. And if we just zoom in a little bit, make it a bit clearer, you can see this area of 25,850 and 26,009, 26,010. This zone is fairly important, and that's why I'm leaning towards another move to the downside. Okay. So, but the trend is up. So just bear that in mind. The trend is very much to the upside at the moment. So the only thing that you can really do is wait for the market open and then trade accordingly. So this little wedge here could play out, and then you've got this measured move still to happen, and that takes us pretty much to the level that we need to pay attention to. Okay, so for as long as we're above the alligator, we are trading to the upside. We're looking for longs. Okay, and for as long as we are below the alligator, we're trading to downside. So that's on the 12-minute. That's more than likely the time frame that I'll be trading today is 12 or 15 minutes. And at this stage, it's looking like we should be looking at longs, and we're going to get a breakthrough of this level and a retest of the next level, which is up there. Have the right level, making sure. Yep, I do have the right level. Okay, so that's kind of my view for today. Looking for shorts potentially off the 2600 area. Okay, that's where I'll be looking for shorts. It may actually happen right where we are now. So I'll just wait for Europe to open just to see. You probably find Europe's going to be very quiet, and then the US will be a bit volatile at the open, and then either continue up, come and test the top level, or break through and this wedge gets validated for a move to the downside. And depending what happens with the wedge, we are either looking at that area, which does make sense, and the other option would be that one there, which also makes sense because I do have some previous swing lows and swing highs at this level. There are quite a few inside tails at this bottom level. Okay, so your upside is potentially just to 2600 area, 2600 to 26,100. Okay, so sorry, 26,100. So it's 26,000 or 26,100 are the two levels that you need to watch for to your move to the upside. I think that will cap it. If we do start breaking out of this wedge, then you are looking at the daily 200 EMA to come into play, and possibly 24,870. So it's between 25,085 and 24,870. Those are your two levels to the downside. Okay, so but I suspect first up and then down. But I definitely will be looking for shorts from this 2600, 26,010, 2650, 26,100, because there's so much happening at this level. Okay, so that's my view for today. So suspecting a little bit more upside. Just watch out for a potential double top. That may also happen. You get a double top here and then a fall off. Okay, so that is pretty much what I'm looking for at the moment. Anyway, guys, I hope that helps you, and whatever you do, stay safe, keep those stops really tight, and I'll catch you in the morning. Cheers for now.